the vote on tonight. Yeah. I haven't so enjoyed it. It's really exciting. I get to please read chapter 2. You see it's like 50 pages. I read 4 pages, looked at how long it was, and stopped.
Right.
I was like, you know what, maybe that's what contribute as much to this discussion. No. The dude is like a classic professor who just says things that he knows, but doesn't like apply. He'll just like, he's like really constant, he'll just like share facts that he knows about random stuff that have nothing to do with what we're talking about. Or like he'll try to like relate what we're talking about to like historical facts. Like, what did he say? I can't remember what he said today. I'll let him just do his thing. Then I went on to read. So there you go. Yeah, we have Ligger now.
It actually is.
Really?
Full name Marcus.
I always use Marcus.
Oh, shit.
He has to do it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, there's
Yeah.
people.
What was your favorite part?
I think.
Yeah.
I think a lot of
Yeah, that's really cool. Carl, I think when you Yeah.
Actually, no. I saw him today for the first time.
Oh, yeah, he was.
He's, I'm wondering why the back.
Oh yeah, why?
Wax in the floor.
What?
I'd hardly call it construction, but
Can we just tell them we don't want to do that? When are we getting into that? Let's just tell them we don't. What are we there for? Oh, yeah. We're probably gonna get it by tomorrow, right?
yeah.
I'm not trying to vlog yet. Take a shower and then
And terrible.
yeah, let's just say that. Also, we have like 30 guys sharing one bathroom.
All right, everybody.
Okay, good.
I call this meeting to order at 8:02 p.m. on Monday, January 23rd, 2017. Secretary Topol, can I get a roll call, please?
President Zaki. Vice President Macy.
Present.
President Carrie Keehan. Treasurer Gabe.
Here.
Treasurer Hatfield.
Here.
Senator Brown.
Present.
Senator Benke.
Present.
Senator Young.
Present.
Senator Funk.
Present.
Senator Hanson. Present. Senator Pia. Senator Winter. Senator Dvinsky. Senator Lash.
Here.
Senator Donetsky.
Here.
Senator O'Farrell. Senator Campbell.
Here.
Senator Conrad. Senator Teeman. Senator Kumar. Senator Ardondo.
Present.
Senator Garner. Senator Pandy.
Present.
Senator Mecca.
Here.
Senator Vincent. Senator Clark,
Present.
and Senator Vanderbeek. Roll call.
Thank you, Secretary Topol. Opening devotion, nobody was assigned really, so I'll say glad to see you all. Sorry that I missed you all last week. I've been kind of sick for the past couple of weeks, so it's clearing up, so thank you for bearing with me there. Thank you for bearing with us with this new room. We kind of got hijacked a little bit, it looks like, so we'll just be in here temporarily for the time being. So, do I have any volunteers for devotion next week? Anybody? Everybody's looking down. Yep, okay. Senator Teeman, thank you. Okay. Move on to the forum of concerns. Are there any audience members that would like to say anything before we begin? No? Okay. On to approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Great. All those in favor, please say yay. Yay. Opposed, nay. Agenda is approved. Senators' reports. Do you have anything so far this semester to report? No? Okay, it is early, so I guess we'll let it slide this time. Advisors' reports?
No report.
Great, thank you. Move on to officer reports. President Zaki.
All right. I always have something to report. So welcome back, everyone. It's nice that we, at least those of us that are here today, and that we have a new semester to look forward to. Thank you to those that can make it to the retreat. And we had those of us that were sick, you were in our thoughts. So I'm glad most of you have recovered. But we have, although it's only been 2 weeks of school, we still have had a lot that's happened. So I guess I just wanted to highlight a few things. One, this was pretty big. We had MLK Day last Monday, right before our retreat, and Cornel West was here. As you know, he is a public intellectual, and he had some choice words for us that day. So that was really cool for our school to have someone of his notoriety come and speak to us. And then we also had a number of students give presentations, which was really nice. So I know Senate had our little contribution. We were in the Justice and Society track right in this room, and Senator Brown presented. So that was really cool. And we worked with VUTV as well. And so that was neat. If you want to read more about that, it's in the torch. I also wanted to highlight, even though he might not want to be put on the spot, but Senator Teeman is also in the torch, and you should check out his press. What was that?
As are you.
Oh yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, that's pretty cool because he's like on a whole page, and it's like, it's really neat if I can flip through it. So yeah, that's cool. So the second thing I wanted to say was, yeah, I was one of the students that was able to attend both the presidential inauguration in DC that happened on Friday, and then the Women's March in Washington, which happened on Saturday. And I was talking to a few of you. It was a lot to take in, a lot of really encouraging experiences, and a lot to reflect on. So while I'm still processing it, it was a really cool experience, and it reminded me of the power that we all have when we come together and use our talents and our gifts and offer them for the greater good. So thank you all for what you do on this campus, because I think that we're going to have a great year. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Thank you, President Zaki. For my report, all I have to say is that Dance Marathon, which if you're not familiar with, is a philanthropy event that Valpo does that raises money for Lurie's Children's Hospital. They are looking to get like different student organizations, really push for them to form teams. So I know a lot of us here are involved in fraternity and sorority life, and you might already be on a team for that, but if you're not, I encourage you to think about that, and they're going to be presenting here in a couple weeks, kind of talk more about it, some more formal details like that. So if you look keep that on your radar. Parliamentarian Tihan? Thank you. Secretary Topol?
Make sure that you guys, before you leave, give me your office hours, as Sam mentioned in the email that I'm sure everyone read this entire length for the meeting. Make sure that you send me or come over to me and give me your office hours that you'll be conducting over the next semester. Remember, it needs to be 2 hours per week. That's all I have.
Great, thank you. PRC is vacant, sorry, I forgot to erase Zoe off there. So we'll skip past that. Move on to executive and assistant treasurers, Gabe and Hatfield.
No more.
Thank you. Committee reports, executive committee.
Okay, so it's a new semester, so like the email also asked, all executive committee members, if you're a chair of a committee, I hope that you brought the times you're available this week with you today. If you could stay after the meeting, we can hopefully find a time that works for all of us to meet. And the second thing is that, on the same note that Vice President Macy was saying, if you are interested in starting a new committee, we have an ad hoc committee that is sometimes in motion called the Community Service and Philanthropy Ad Hoc Committee, and we usually have it depending on interest. So if someone is interested, what you would do is take on different community service and philanthropy events going on, such as Dance Marathon, as well as the Bill Marion Scholarship is coming up next week. There's a trivia night for that. So these are all things we could be a part of, but we just need someone to step up and organize it. So if you have a desire to do that, please either talk to me after the meeting or send me an email before Wednesday. So, yeah.
Thank you. Administration committee.
Okay, so we actually have one org to vote on today or tonight, but before I get to that, your new liaisons for this semester should have been sent out. Hopefully there's not too much change with last semester, but the re-rec dates, this is the big re-rec that involves everybody, are going to be February 18th, February 19th. The admin committee is going to be hosting 6-hour days to meet with all your clubs. So please make sure you get in contact with them as soon as possible, as always, and let them know those 2 dates, because those dates are really important, obviously, and they involve everybody. But yeah, so our organization tonight is called VALP Yoga. As you can probably get from the name, they are a yoga organization. And yeah, they basically, they said they have about 80 students interested, which I thought was pretty interesting, but their main goal is they want to rent rooms in the union. They want to get mats from the ARC, and they're being told that they need to be an organization to do that. So the president who met with us is a certified yoga trainer. She works at a local yoga place that I forget the name of. But they said they mostly would need funding for mats, and they want to, she was very, very ambitious. So she wants to grow the organization to about 300. They want to do as many yoga sessions as they possibly can, and even want to get their yoga sessions 5th hour approved. Linda, did I miss anything? No? Any questions? No? And admin voted 4-0-0 on this.
Thank you. So, sorry?
I was talking to myself.
Is there any discussion on this motion to approve this organization? Seeing none, we'll move it to a vote. All those in favor of approving VALP Yoga as a Student Senate recognized organization, please raise your hand. Thank you. Opposed? And abstentions? The vote passes, or the motion passes 18-0-0.
Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you, Senator Funk. Finance Committee.
All right. We have 3 line item shift requests. All right, so we'll just get into it. So the first one is from ASME, and essentially they want to move $300 from one line to spring student conference that they're not sure if they can go to because of the distance, but there's a Milwaukee fair that they really want to go to, and so they're just going to shift the $300 from line 24 into line 27 so they can go to the Milwaukee fair. And then they just said they're just not sure if they're able to go to the spring one, so they're going to hopefully be able to go to the fair instead.
What was finances?
Oh, 300 is on the other page.
Great, thank you. Is there any discussion on this motion? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor of moving $300 from ASME's Spring Student Conference into Milwaukee Maker Fair, please raise your hand. Thank you. Opposed? And abstentions? Motion passes 17-0-0. Senator Conrad, you can continue.
All right, so the next two line item shifts are from Live, Latinos in Valparaiso for Excellence. So the first one, they want to move out of 4 lines for a cumulative total of $750.21. And the first line is History Heritage Month dinner. They had leftover funds, and they want to move $53.98 out of that. The next line is Other History Heritage Month events, and they had $121.23 left in that line. Their Christmas party, they had $75 remaining, and Heroic Week, $500. And essentially what they want to do is they want to shift these funds out so more people can go to their main conference of the year. It doesn't say what it specifically is called, but it lists it as the USHLI, and it just says it's their main conference, and they need to cover travel and registration expenses, so that's on that one.
Finance voted 3-0-0.
Correct.
Okay, is there any discussion on this motion? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor of the line item shifts that Senator Conrad just discussed for Latinos in Valparaiso for Excellence, please raise your hand. Thank you. Those opposed and abstentions? Motion passes 18-0-0.
All right, this is another line item shift from Latinos in Valparaiso for Excellence Live, moving the additional amount of funds that they need from other lines to cover the total cost, which is $2,400 that they realized they needed, I'm assuming once everyone signed up for this. So that got them started on the first amount. And this one is a total of $675. And so they want to move $600 out of ongoing organization functions and speakers, which they have $600 left in, and they want to also move $75 out of organizational sponsored events, and now we'll meet the cumulative total of $675, and we voted 3-0-0 on that as well.
Thank you. Is there any discussion on this motion? Seeing none, we will vote. All those in favor of the line item shifts that Senator Conrad just described for Live, please raise your hand. Thank you. Those opposed and abstentions? Motion passes 18-0-0. Senator Conrad. We'll move on to Committee on Media. Thank you, Senator Lash. Committee on Residents. Thank you. And Discount Card Committee?
We're just waiting on like 2 more companies to get back to me, and then we should get our proofs in like 48 hours.
Great, thank you. Then old business, we have no old, oh,
Committee has 1 or 2 things.
okay. Oh, sorry, did I skip over Screening Committee? I apologize, Screening Committee.
Hello, everyone. So as you all know, we have 2 seats that we need to fill, the PRC seat and the sophomore senator seat. But I was wondering if we have maybe an updated roster that has like all the people that we currently have, so we know if we have any more vacancies, and we can send out just 1 email with all the vacancies listed. So does anyone know someone who isn't returning to Senate, or you have an updated list?
Yeah, I have an updated
Okay.
list. Evan late, Dave told me that he isn't coming back.
Okay, he isn't
That'd be
coming
a
back.
contender.
And I believe he was a senior, okay, yeah, senior senator. And does anyone know if we're missing anybody else? Okay, so, do you have, no, okay.
We, in the executive committee, we can reach out to people
Okay,
for
yeah,
this week.
yeah, but we're going to send out an email saying we have 3 seats open, including the senior senator seat. And the applications will be going out this week, so please encourage your friends to apply for them. Like if you know anyone who's qualified for any of the positions, we're going to be reaching out to people who have applied previously. I know Jake Williams, he held the position in the past and he did a good job, so we'll be reaching out to him. But if you know anyone who might be good for any of the positions, please encourage them to apply. And we hope to be done with the screening process by next week, so we'll have new people for you as soon as possible. And could I see the members of the screening committee very briefly after this meeting for like 1 or 2 minutes? And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Mecca. Now we move to old business. We have no old business from our last meeting, so is there any new business? Senator Conrad?
As I forgot to mention, in the finance committee, we have the budgets and the dates set up. So in the fall, we did the tier 3 that we all voted on. In the spring, we have to do the tier 1 and 2 as well. So tier 2 and 3 will both be due on March 19th, and then tier 1 will be due on March 26th. If you haven't already reached out to your organizations, in the email you sent to them, to reach out to your liaisons, please try to mention this and tell them how important it is. If you've already reached out to them, please reach out to them again and remind them of those dates specifically for their organizations. That we have tier 2 just March 19th and the tier 1 March 26th.
Great. Thank you, Senator Conrad. Any other new business? Seeing none, we'll move on to forum of concerns. Anybody from our audience like to give a closing remark? No? Postmortem, I forgot to mention this, but the copy card is missing from the Senate office, so if you have recently used that or know the whereabouts of it, please return it. I would prefer not to use my print quota to print off agendas every week, so please try to get that returned at some point. Want to adjournment? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Great. All those in favor of adjourning the meeting, please say yay.
Yay.
And opposed, nay. Meeting is adjourned.
February 18th.